So you said that when you view things through the camera, it's different than just
Because
everyday life. What's different about it?
it's like you can see the picture kind of, and that's kind of like since I started doing photography, what I see a lot of. So when I'm driving around, like even when I was on the way out here, like you just see things. It's kind of like you already took the picture, essentially. Like you see the picture you want to take, and then realistically, the camera does it 10 times better than what you see at the time because you see the whole thing.
Yeah.
But the camera only sees what you pointed at.
Yeah.
So it's like it's the little big picture in the big picture.
That's interesting. Hadn't thought about it that way before. What got you into photography?
So growing up, I always kind of was like fascinated with how they did magazine photos and stuff like that. And I always used to be like, well, I have a camera. Why doesn't it look like a magazine when I get it printed out? I look shiny and shit.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like, I never really got into it like super hard because I was like, I guess that's something you got to go to school for to be able to do. And then I just never really cared. And then if you remember my freshman roommates, Antonio, Justin Devlin.
Yep.
Yeah, Devlin I think was the first one to have a camera. I can't remember which one of them had a camera first, but one of them had a camera. And then I was like, whoa, wait a second. Like flashback to childhood.
Yeah.
You can do this and not be, a professional. Yeah. And then, he's taking all these car pictures and all this crazy stuff. Tony's doing skateboarding and stuff like that. And I'm like, I want a camera. So one day I took like $200, bought like a Canon Rebel XS. Shout out to Canon. Yeah. Shout out to Canon for that one because that camera doesn't do anything but the bare minimum. No video. I don't even think that shit can. I don't even know what it can do. Honestly, it's so basic. But it was a good starter camera. I rocked that camera for like a cool, I want to say like a year and a half or something like that. Then I upgraded to the 32, went from the 32 to the 56 to the 75. Hey, I see you over there, girl, looking all fine. But yeah.
Did you start doing stuff? Because before we got on, you got a call about doing a shoot. When did you start getting offers or calls for that, or when did you start trying to make that into a thing? Because I remember when we first met, you were just taking pictures for fun.
Yeah, when I first started, I just wanted to take pictures because I was like, realistically, I could take my own Instagram pictures and then I could be the cool one. But then I was like, at the same time, oh, people are making money off this. So like, that's not bad. And then I think, I can't even remember who. Somebody asked me to do photos of their, I want to say their little cousin who just graduated. And I was like, all right, I'd never done a photo shoot before. I just shown up to places and take pictures of people, cannons and whatnot. So I just had him pose at a bunch of random. It's funny because he graduated and I had him take pictures at Mary Washington. So I did that and it came out good. He loved it. I think I made like $70. I was like, woohoo! Went straight to the ABC. Just kidding. No, I did. Yeah, definitely. I remember now. Yeah.
And then it kind of took off from there, I guess, didn't it?
Yeah, because after that, and the thing was, it was funny because I didn't even post those. I never posted those anywhere. They were never on Facebook, Twitter, nothing like that. I think after that, it was kind of more of a word of mouth thing. People just kind of did it. And it was actually more people outside of the school that kind of got me into it, making money than people at the school. So the first person that got me my first shoot was at the school. But then outside of that, I started working with musicians and stuff like that. Shout out to Twan and Manny and all those dudes, you know what I'm saying? And Shakur, y'all some real niggas. I mean, y'all know what I said. But they were all making music and they would pay me to come to studio sessions with them. And
just to like document what they were doing.
Yeah, and the funny thing about it, you wouldn't even believe it. The studio, I don't know if you remember where the KFC is near campus.
Yeah.
Like down the street from Taco Bell.
Yeah.
It's literally right behind that.
Is it really?
Kid you not. Whole studio.
That's crazy. Never knew that was there.
Whole studio. I would go there. I'd be there they would call me at like 10 o'clock at night and I'd stay there until like midnight, maybe 1.
Yeah.
Whatever. I was going to say, I got so cool with them at one point. I celebrated my birthday in the studio.
For real? That's awesome.
Yeah, they called me up. It still I still worked, but I mean, it was fun for me. Like, they called me out, they had me come through. They made a bunch of really, really good songs that day. I got my birthday licks, and they hit really hard for young men. But
they were in the lab cooking.
Oh yeah,
all sorts of good songs coming out. What is your favorite thing to take? Like, what's your favorite subject?
So I'd be having fun taking pictures of like individuals. Doesn't matter if male or female.
Yeah.
But hoops lately has been the one because it's really hard to get a picture of somebody that ain't standing still. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
someone that's not posing.
Yeah.
You know, it's hard. I feel like it's hard to make someone look good if they're not trying to look good.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, because I've done some of the runs for the varsity team at UW.
Yeah.
So like, once I did those, I was like, taking pictures of basketball. Why didn't I think of this before? I don't know, but I think sports now is my favorite because I didn't even start off taking pictures of basketball. I just started off taking pictures of rugby.
Rugby.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you were the school photographer for the rugby team. Mm-hmm. Those guys loved you.
Yeah.
Every time you posted something new, I knew exactly when you had been to a game because the next day I would see my entire Instagram would be rugby players with at Yam That's Jay at the bottom of it.
Yeah. Every rugby player was rocking a good old Yam That's Jay flick.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Did you enjoy that?
That was probably the most fun. That was probably like the most like inclusive I've been as a photographer because it was like
with the team.
Yeah, because it was like I was a part of the team. Like they gave me, you know what I'm saying? They gave me shirts, stuff like that, gear. Like I was, one of them. Yeah. But I was just a guy that just showed up to take pictures. Hot as hell outside, but that's about it. Yeah. Other than that, I didn't really, you know what I'm saying? Like I didn't go out there and do no drills, but I thought it was super cool that like I could come out there and it's like you think about showing up to a practice where you don't know nobody as a player, and you feel that tension kind of like, oh, the new dude. Yeah. But it's like it's weird. It felt weird being because it's like I played sports, but like to be on the other side, showing up to a practice where nobody knows me, and they were like, "Hey, what's up, man?" Like, and I was like, "Whoa!" Like, no hostility. This is tough. This is dope. Like. Everybody was super nice. Like,
I feel like that goes on a sport by sport basis, team by team basis.
I'm about to say every sport I've taken photos of, every place that I've been, it's like I could know absolutely nobody, and every single person will just be like, "Yo, man, did you get that?" Like,
because
what's your Instagram, bro? Like,
it's a different feeling because when you're playing sports, unless you at like a super high level, nobody takes pictures of you. And the people that do are like your mom when she stands on the sideline with her phone. It's a blurry picture, and you're like, "Oh, mom, come on, man."
And there's people out there that that I feel like are really good athletes, good sportsmen, whatever you want to call them. Like, and they don't get that exposure just because they don't go to a big school or they don't go to whatever the case is. But I be feeling like I could be that little guardian angel under their wings and whatnot.
Is that what you want to end up doing? Is that what you want to end up doing, or do you want to make that into a full time? Like, if you could do photography full time, would you?
My plan is to be able to open my own studio. I have one in my apartment now. It's actually my living room, but well, it was my living room. Now it's the studio. But my hopes is to be able to have my own building, essentially, that I could turn into my own little studio. And be able to work with whoever. Because it's like, I still like working with people that do music. I still like working with people that do fashion.
Right.
Shout out to Pride Love Co. And, I still love sports, but it's like, I ain't going to bring a whole basketball team into my building. But at the same time, I'm going to still do here.
Understood.
But the hopes is to be able to have my own studio and that be my main source of like income. But if not, not the way the cookie crumbles.
Hey, that'd be cool though.
That's the hopes.
That's Jay Studios.
See, I already see it. You don't even need to say studios. Jay's.